Hey guys, Ciscat here. This year we had the remake of the anime Shaman King from 2001, and I decided to review the very first new episode and tell what I think about it. It's one of my favorite animes, so I was really excited for this remake. Of course I rewatched the old anime to compare, and it was a little like a letdown. First things first, it started with the story of How's rebirth and the failure from Grandpa Yomei to kill him before he woke up and acquired his fire spirit. This part of the story is just mentioned in the old anime in episode 42, when you already have more allies after so many fights and is telling everyone about Hao. Anyway, the start of the story with Manta meeting Yo and spirits in the cemetery, and meeting Yo again in his school, while his classmates doesn't believe in him when he talks about spirits and Yo pretending to not know him is the same. But Manta's reactions were much more hysterical in the old anime, had many more emotions, more facial expressions. And the old anime had many more scenes, being it transitions as symbolizing the passage of time, like this long time Yo passed watching the river. Also more extreme things, when Manta appears beat up by Hyo and his gang, and Yo brings him back to the cemetery to face Hyo. And in the new anime, Manta is just reluctant and scared, but in this old anime, Yo has to tie him up on the tree so he couldn't run away. Also, when Yo faces Ryo and his gang, just the music from the old anime you already get the chills, as it's a music used in many other episodes later and even on the fighting game. The fights are quite the same, but the old anime used to focus more on the reactions of everyone, their expressions, voices, while the new anime shows less of it, but focus on a better drawing and Win, her movement for example. Manta's explanation about what a shaman is, the one who unites the body with the spirit, gaining his movements, abilities and everything, is shown in the new anime during the fight, while in the old anime it's after the fight is over that Manta is thinking and explaining everything, which makes a big difference in how you perceive and feel the action, especially with the new anime doing this three-angle thing. Also, the transformation of Amidamaru into the fireball stage for the incorporation is different. While you can see in the old anime his figure changing into an energy and then into a fireball, and his possession animation is more fluid, more like a spirit, a mist going inside of him. In the new anime he just kinda turns into a shapeless fire and then appears already in a ball form, and his possession animation is like fire going inside of him. Totally a different feel, like it's a power and not something spiritual. The last part of the episode already shows Amidamaru's story with his friend Mosuke, how they were cool, one was a swordsman and another blacksmith, and how they got separate and waited years for each other, only meeting again thanks to Yo and his shaman power, possessing Mosuke and repairing the old sword Harusame to give to Amidamaru. But here Amidamaru decides to follow Yo in his dream of becoming the Shaman King, which it happens only on episode 2 of the old anime, so they rushed a little there. Maybe they got those minutes to spare because they cut so many slow and expression scenes from the old anime. However, in the old anime, Amidamaru is at peace and decides to go to the afterlife, but only stays because sees Ryo attacking Yo and Manta again. And after the fight, he decides he wants to stay with Yo. They also show the aftermath of the Harusame's repair, when the museum gets in the news for the miraculous repair of the sword, which the new anime didn't even bother talking about. Now about the opening and ending, they brought back the spirit birds, or I don't know how to call it, which is a plus. First, the old opening music is much more hype than this new one. But in the animations, the older one showed much less abilities and just showed a glimpse of the characters, showing more just a smaller group of Yo, Ryu, Dan, and Horo, which the new one, they not only showed every character in the anime, but also the abilities of those four I mentioned and others they find along the way, which is a big spoiler. Now about the ending music of both are little voice, I don't know how to explain it, cheap voices. But the new one is a little cheery. Maybe in 2001, which is when the anime is from, it was more common those more chill songs. Anyway, it's not bad, the new anime has better drawings, cool effects, animation, of course after 20 years it had to be better. But I felt it a little rushed, maybe they don't wanna make a 60 plus episodes like the old one, I don't know. If you didn't watch the older one recently, you may not even notice that much of a rush. I know I watched it anyway, maybe we can get an ending this time. If you liked the video, wanna see more of this first episode review, don't forget to comment, like, share and subscribe. Mata ne!
いつまであそこでぼーっとしてるつもりなんだ。はあ、自然と一体になるって気持ちいいな。なんじゃそりゃ。 す